going on, everybody? Toby1 Shinobi here, and today I'm going to show you the secrets of the Kinetic Blade in Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 2. The Kinetic Blade, Katana, Samurai Sword, whatever you want to call it, the sword in Fortnite Chapter 4 is probably the best mobility item that Fortnite has ever had. And I mean that in terms of game balance and utility. And today I'm going to show you all the tips and tricks related to the Kinetic Blade. The aim for this video is to cover everything you need to know, the ultimate Kinetic Blade guide. So watch the whole video to make sure you know everything about this incredibly powerful piece of equipment. I'm going to start off with some interesting tidbits that most people don't know, just so you know I'm not going to waste your time. Did you know you can drop the Kinetic Blade from your inventory and pick up a new one to fully refresh the charges? More on that in a bit. If you think someone's waiting at the top of a zipline for you, equip your katana before entering the zipline. Then, once you're nearing the top of the zip, jump off and do a sword dash into the air to get the drop on your enemy. They will not expect it. The katana is great for looting vaults quickly and getting gold bars. Do a dash attack from far range toward a stack of gold bars to break it into pieces for quick looting. If you are finding this video helpful, please leave a thumbs up. Thank you. Alright, the best way to see every single sword that spawns on the map is by visiting Fortnite.gg and turning on the Kinetic Blade filter. Just look at Genjutsu Crossing, 10 of them! I highly recommend Fortnite.gg for learning everything that spawns on the current Fortnite map. You can acquire the Kinetic Blade by finding it as random floor loot, chest loot, or hollow chest loot, but the most consistent way is by getting it from the katana sword holders throughout the map. These are found in the same places every time in the new Japanese themed biome. Anytime you see a sandy white circle on your map like this, that means there are 2 Kinetic Blades that spawn in this dueling circle. You can also get them from the pagoda themed buildings. Alright, let's cover the basics really quick and then we'll get into advanced tricks. There are some nuances here though that are worth watching even for the experienced users. The Kinetic Blade has 2 different attacks, the dash attack and the light attack. The light attack will swing the sword twice in a row quickly for a short range attack that will knock opponents backwards. Each light attack will hit for 35 damage, totaling 70 damage for both. The attack has a long animation and there's no way to cancel it, so I recommend jumping into the air when using the quick attacks to be a harder target to hit and to get more control of your second swing. The secondary attack is a dash attack that will launch you forward wherever you're looking. It will do damage for up to 25 meters and it will allow you to travel a total of 40 meters away if you angle it at 45 degrees. If you hit an enemy with a dash attack, it'll do 60 damage. Now you can use all 3 dashes in a row without ever touching the ground, and you get a dash back every 10 seconds. This is an amazing mobility tool. You want to aim at a 45-degree angle into the air for maximum distance. You can also do a dash attack into a light attack to slightly extend the distance of your dash, but then you get caught in the animation, so it's really only good for getting onto buildings or cliffs. Whenever you dash attack or light attack, you will not take fall damage. If you find yourself out of dashes and you're falling to your death, just do a light attack. Now, it's important to not use all of your dashes when enemies are nearby, in case you need to dash away quickly when you get pushed. If you're in open space with no one around, you're probably fine to use all 3 dashes, but you should try to land near cover just in case. If you use all your dashes and try to swap your blade for another blade on the ground, it'll swap the blades, but the charges will remain. But if you drop the blade from your inventory and then pick up another blade, it will have full charges. This is great for getting out of bad situations right after you've eliminated a player. Now, you can combo a dash attack with 2 primary attacks for a total of 130 damage, and you'll knock your opponent backwards, which honestly can be pretty disorienting for them, but keep in mind this is a high-risk play because after every dash attack or double light attack, you get stuck in a finishing animation without being able to swap weapons or move, making you a very easy target to hit. This goes for dash attacks in general. If you dash in on someone and then try to immediately switch weapons, there's going to be a large delay which will probably get you killed against any decent player. So the best way to dash in on someone is to actually dash upwards into the sky and switch weapons as you're falling down toward them. That way your weapon will be ready by the time your feet hit the ground. The enemy will also have a very hard time tracking you this way because they lose sight of you and you can land behind them or to the side of them. I recommend dashing into the sky at least twice to get more control of your fall downwards and give yourself more time to swap weapons. So, if you're gonna try to damage people with your sword, you should only use it as a finishing weapon instead of a fight opener so you don't get stuck in an animation and catch a shotgun blast to the face. All you have to do is land 120 points of damage on someone and then move in for the dash attack for 60 points and then followed up by 2 light attacks for 70 points, totaling 250 points of damage, which is max health in 0 builds. Landing 120 points of damage isn't that hard. That's like 4 body shots with a white red-eye assault rifle or or 3 body shots with a gold red-eye assault rifle. Now let's move on to some more interesting stuff. There are 2 perks that I consider to be S tier in Chapter 4, Season 2, and both of them are great for the Kinetic Blade. The first is Aerialist, which allows you to deploy your glider from any height over 10 feet. The reason this is so good with the Kinetic Blade is because you can dash straight up into the sky 3 times in a row to reach 80 meters and then deploy your glider to move across the map really quick. By the time you land, you'll have a blade or 2 recharged so that you can do it again. This is pretty much a must-have perk for me because it makes rotating around the map much faster and much easier. It's also the reason I'm always poor on gold because I reroll until I get Aerialist. The second is Dignified Finish, which will practically refill all of your sword dashes upon eliminating an enemy with any of your weapons. Not downing an enemy though, you have to thirst them in team modes to reset your blade charges. But in solos, it'll refresh a blade charge for every kill, since every kill is an elimination. This is great for action-packed fights because you can keep dashing around like Genji after kills. Now the Katana was really good at breaking objects, but recently a patch came out that made it bad at breaking things, which honestly feels like a mistake, and I'm kind of wondering if it's just a bug in my game. If this nerf gets reverted or I get it fixed, here's how it used to work. The dash attack did about 1200 damage to normal objects except for vehicles, which was great for breaking walls, trees, stacks of gold, gold safes, multiple chug barrels or treasure chests, etc. You can still break stacks of gold with the dash attack, but make sure you dash from far away, otherwise it often won't work. If you went to the corner of a building or the corner of some builds and looked straight up, you could dash upwards and break all of the walls connecting that corner. Again, this might still work. I don't know, maybe my game's bugged, but it's not working for me. The Katana only does like 100 damage to a wall. Again, you could use dash to break walls or trees quickly instead of using your pickaxe, but a very important piece is to know that you will not move through the wall, you will break it and stop immediately in place, which means you are very vulnerable for a couple of seconds after doing so. So I don't recommend using this to fight someone on the other side of a wall or build because you'll probably end up dead. But one trick to get around this is if you place yourself exactly 21 to 23 meters away from the wall by dropping a marker on it and then seeing the distance, you can then dash and it will hit whatever is on the other side and send you past the wall, which makes you a lot less predictable and a much harder target. Another important note is the Katana only breaks things in a vertical plane, so you can't dash upwards or downwards to break floors or ceilings that are placed in a horizontal plane, unless they're slightly angled like the pitch of a roof or a ramp, which honestly makes me pretty sad. So in short, the Kinetic Blade is an incredible mobility tool that you should be using in every single game, especially in Zero build. Players who aren't using the Kinetic Blade are at a clear disadvantage because they have no way to escape or chase someone during combat. They're simply stuck in place unless they can build. So do yourself a favor and make getting a Katana a priority in every game. Now I make videos with the aim to help players improve at Fortnite Zero build. If you're interested in that, then you probably want to watch this video right here. Have a good day. Shinobi out.